All right, back here on After the Whistle. Tina Lynn, Pat the designer, Chris Krasinski, Jim Miller here joining you. You just heard from Ben Johnson as the Bears defeat the Commanders 25-24. Ben just said, it's the best that they've ran the ball all season long, right? Yeah. No doubt about that. I want to talk about this real quick before we talk about the defense a little bit too. The play call on 4th and 1. What was going on there, Jim?
One, I think Caleb threw an inaccurate pass, from what my recollection was on the particular play. And I thought that was one of probably three throws that, he kind of misfired on. And I go back to that 2-point play too, when the Bears went for a 2-point. Monungai's open in the front of the end zone, the front pylon. And to me, that's who the play was designed to go to. It's a quick pass to the flat hit the front pylon, and Caleb missed that throw too. So these are things he can correct. These are things that he can get better at. He's not a finished product by any stretch of the imagination. So he's got a lot of work to do to get better. And I thought they left a lot of offense out on the field. Personally, I thought they left a lot out there. And Caleb will correct that. And like I said, when it mattered the most, he put it behind him. They did rely on the run game, and he managed the clock and did everything he could to get him in a position for Jake Moody to win it. And Jake Moody's a whole nother story. This guy basically he was a draft pick by the 49ers who got cut.
Yeah.
They released him. Very rarely do teams draft kickers. This guy does have a very good leg, but for whatever reason, he got the case of the yips out there for the 49ers, and here he comes through for the Bears, and couldn't happen at a better time for him. Maybe a change of scenery was a good thing, and maybe good things to come from Mooney.
Pat, did you agree with that play call on 4th and 1?
Listen, how you were running the football, I would have rather seen you run the football there. I think there were a handful of plays that Ben probably wants back that he called today. But I thought overall, you saw Ben Johnson today that as far as marrying the run and the pass, I thought that he was pretty elite with all day. There's going to be those plays that you call that you say, hey, I just need my guys to go out there and make a play. That was one where Caleb had to make a play. I agree with Jim. A little bit late on the pass, almost threw an interception on that play. Like there was a compound of things that could have happened there that could have put you in a bad position, but you don't get that play. And now all of a sudden you kind of look at that and you go, well, that's kind of the woulda, coulda, shoulda of you can put this game away. Those are the ones you got to have. To me, those are the plays that as Caleb Williams continues to learn, that's what turns this offense into, hey, you went out there versus a good Commanders team and played a tough game and scored enough points to win, to you went up there versus a Commanders team and your offense absolutely put them away early and kept their foots on their throat, very similar to what we saw versus the Dallas Cowboys this season.
Well, let's talk about this defense now because they set the tone early on there. 2 turnovers there to start this game. TJ Edwards, Kyler Gordon making his season debut. Chris, what did you see from those two guys?
I saw aggressiveness, especially when they were sending TJ and some blitzes right up the middle a lot. They were really trying to make Jaden uncomfortable from the start, and I think that was a big reason why you saw some of those pass plays where he's a little inaccurate, especially when he was trying to throw short. They were affecting him early, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. I know there were some moments where he slipped out of the pocket, got a couple scrambles for about 10, 15 yards, and if you're a Bears fan, you're looking at that, you're like, oh, so that's what that feels like when Caleb's able to do that to somebody else. But I think it's interesting to see that, and it's interesting that they're sending TJ on those kinds of blitzes right away early in the game. And I think we saw Kyler Gordon that it may need another game or two before he fully gets his sea legs under him.
Jim, what did you see from Kyler and TJ today?
Yeah, I think one, they got good playmaking ability. It's really good against an RPO offense, which Washington runs, that you get speedy guys who are athletes out on the field. And like you said, I know both have missed significant time, but they're still playmakers. Yeah. Both have played a lot of football. TJ, you're not going to fool him too many times. He's got a lot of speed. He can cover guys out of the backfield for mismatches and things like that, where basically Noah Sewell has struggled, in my opinion. But Kyler Gordon, this is the player Dennis Allen has been talking about since training camp. There's a lot of things you can do with Kyler Gordon. He's got blitz ability. He can cover man-to-man. He gets a ton of turnovers. So he's a weapon that is now inserted back into the lineup, and I think it's going to get better and better moving forward with how Dennis Allen is going to utilize his skills.